My name is Kennedy Scales. This is Everything Ken, the show. What's up, y'all? I'm back. I am so proud to be back. I'm so glad to be back. And today we have another special guest. Okay, her name is Nia Dancy. She's also a North Carolina girl just like me, and she goes to Hampton. She's a sophomore psychology major, okay? And she came here today to talk to you guys about a club that she started here at Hampton. It's called Habitat for Humanity. And I also can't wait for you guys to hear the journey that she took to make this club successful here at Hampton. But first, before we get into all that, you know we have to go into our weekly recap as always. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. So first up, I wanted to mention that last Tuesday, President Joe Biden landed here in Virginia, okay? He went to Virginia Beach. Okay, Joe Biden, he must have been trying to get his feet kicked up. I'm trying to be like Joe Biden. I want to be in Virginia Beach. I want to go chill. But no, he is here in Virginia to get questioned for his re-election in 2024, and we're going to have to see how that goes. But I'm sure that Mr. President will be hitting the beach, getting his toes in the water, and going to a nice dinner if he feels like it in Virginia Beach area. And I tell you what, I would love to be there with him because I would love to get off campus and give me a good old meal. And not only that, but guess who had a baby? I am super excited, guys. One of my favorite actresses, and I say she's one of my favorite because I grew up watching her. She's one of the first younger black females that I watched growing up from the movie Akilah and the Bee. And speaking of Akilah and the Bee, you know what I'm talking about, Keke Palmer. She had a brand new baby boy. I'm so glad the baby came out healthy and strong. I'm so glad that she's strong. I'm so glad that her husband is strong. I'm so glad that the family was blessed with a new child. I'm so glad that everything was just so amazing, so perfect, so sweet. Congratulations, Keke Palmer. Congratulations to your husband, to your family for this new blessing in your life. And I cannot wait to see, I like to call him Lil Lily. Where Lil Lily gonna go? Because he looks the cutest. Here's a little picture of him right here. He looks so adorable. He looks so sweet. And I cannot wait to see where he's gonna go in life. But yeah, it does feel very weird. I don't know about you guys, but it was very weird to see Keke like having a baby because I feel like really old now. Like I said, I grew up watching her playing a little girl. So like now to see she's having a baby, I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting old. Like I'm literally getting old. That's insane. But anyway, once again, congratulations Keke Palmer and to the rest of the family. Okay guys, that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and hop right into the interview. Guys, welcome Nia Dancy. What's up guys? I'm back again with a new special guest, Nia Dancy. Today she's going to be here talking to us about her club that she started here on campus, which I'm all for. But before I get into it, let her introduce herself, okay?
Okay, so hey y'all, I'm gonna get my Hampton intro. My name is Nia Dancy. I'm a second-year psychology major with a double minor in leadership studies and English, and I'm from the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. Proud NC member. But yeah, no, I'm really excited to be here. I appreciate her doing this for me. So.
Yes, no, of course, and thank you so much for coming out today. And so I guess we'll hop right on into it. So I guess the first question we're all wondering really is, what sparked your interest to start your own club here at Hampton? I mean, I know a lot of people like they start their own like hair, you know, hair little companies and nail companies, but to start a club, like that really is a lot of work as well. I mean, especially on HBCU campus when so many people are doing amazing things. So yeah, tell us all about that.
Well, that's a really good question. So freshman year, I was kind of shy, like coming in. I didn't really get involved a whole lot until my second semester, and really what kind of inspired me to start Habitat for Humanity on campus was actually my aunt. She's QT7.
Okay.
And when she came on Hampton's campus, she actually started an HU Habitat for Humanity chapter.
Okay.
And I remember her telling me this like throughout my freshman year, like, oh Nia, you know, you should maybe look into see if they still have a chapter here on campus. And so I looked into it and I realized that the chapter had kind of died out since she had left. And so I was like, you know what? I volunteered back home with my local, you know, Habitat for Humanity chapter. And so I was like, you know what, I might as well try.
Yeah.
Like, the worst they can say is no.
Right.
And so, yeah, I did like the whole club organization process, did the bylaws, really just like sat down and figure out how am I going to make this a club that students really want to get involved in on campus. Because like you said, there's so much to get involved in on campus. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
But yeah, it was really my aunt that inspired me because she really pushed me to kind of get out my comfort zone. You know, you miss, what's that phrase? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And so I'm really glad I did it ultimately because I've had so much more interest in the club since I started.
So that's where the name originated from, was because of your aunt?
Yeah. Okay. So when you do, because Habitat for Humanity is a national nonprofit organization, most college campuses have chapters, and so it's an official process. And we're in the process of becoming a chapter. Right now, it's like the HU Habitat for Humanity Club because we haven't adopted that name yet. Haven't gone through the whole process. But fingers crossed.
Baby steps.
Fingers crossed, and eventually we'll become a chapter. So,
that's good. Okay. So she was the one that really got the chapter started here in Hampton. Yeah. That's really good. So do you mind telling us a little bit more about what Habitat for Humanity is about and like, you know, what kind of things you guys are looking for here on campus?
Yeah. So outside of HU Habitat for Humanity is a national nonprofit organization, and basically what they do, not just in the U.S. but globally, is work with like local churches and individuals to help build homes for individuals that are either from low-income families or are homeless. And they won't just build homes, they'll also restore homes. And so they have different stores called restores. And so basically you can donate different like furniture items and pieces, decorations even, to those restores so they can either sell them at a lowered like discounted price than the retail price, or they can get them for free to fully furnish their homes.
Okay, well that sounds really good. And I guess like, and I think that probably answers my next question honestly, but like, what do you think like people will get out of like, you know, your club here at Hampton that they may not get out of any other close organizations? Like, what makes it so different?
That's such a good question. I'm really glad you asked that. Well, I will just say, like, one thing I love about Hampton is how many community service-based organizations there already are on campus. I think from this whole making this an official club, like the process has been for me, is really seeing how many people can personally relate to the mission of Habitat for Humanity, or they have prior experience from back home volunteering with their local Habitat for Humanities. I wouldn't say Habitat for Humanity is better than any other organization because at the end of the day, we're just trying to help people. Like that's just the basis of the organization. But I will say, from starting our Instagram page and getting people more involved, a lot of the students that have come to us aren't involved in any other organizations on campus. And so I think it's really cool to be able to touch different people and invite other people that maybe were like me freshman year and were kind of hesitant on really getting involved on campus. And so yeah, I'm excited for what we have plans and all the people that are really interested in helping us, you know, fulfill our mission.
Yeah, and I want to also ask you, because you mentioned that you were shy last year, so was it hard for you to like transition from like being shy to like, yeah, I'm the boss, like I'm doing this, I'm starting this, you know, because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, when you start a club or organization, you have to like present it, don't you, to like a certain board or something. So I know it must have been a lot for you. Do you mind getting into like the steps you have to take to get there? Yeah, so for anyone who watches, it is a whole process becoming an official organization on campus. And we're still like in the works of becoming a chapter or an official organization. However, it is a lot of pressure almost because, you know, you get people excited to join the club, so we've created an e-board. And when it came to presenting the club to the full like advisory board and council, it was a lot of pressure because this is like my passion project. And so hearing a no would have really broken my heart. Putting all that work in too to like probably present it. But you know, Coach was really supportive of the project because, you know, he's actually volunteered with like the local Habitat for Humanity chapters around. Shout out Coach, because he was so supportive. They asked me a lot of questions because they were curious about, you know, outside of the national nonprofit, outside of just building homes, like what do y'all really want to do on Hampton's campus? And so being able to really convey like my passion for the project as well as all the other students that are excited to get involved was really exciting. It was nerve-wracking, but it was really exciting. So. That's good, and I'm proud of you for getting out your comfort zone because that's a big thing. A lot of pressure. Part of growing up though is like getting out your comfort zone. I really applaud you for doing that. So yeah, and then I guess my next question for you is, so have you tried or had any thoughts about like partnering with other organizations or clubs? What does that look like for you? So I actually had the help of my roommate and my best friend Carmen Cooley to help establish this organization, this club. And so she's a part of Women's Caucus. I'm a part of the student recruitment team. Other members of our e-board, and outside of that, just members that are starting to join the club, are part of so many different organizations on campus. And so we've already had interest for different organizations to partner with different community service events that we're hosting. So just a plug, we have a spring cleaning event coming up. We're partnering with the student recruitment team, Go SRT. And basically what we will be doing is hosting a drive on campus for students to donate
whether it's like bedding, sheets, decorations you guys didn't use when you first moved in, so that we can donate those to the restores, which I mentioned earlier. So families that have been selected to get the homes can go to the restores, get those items, furnish their homes, and so that flyers will be sent out soon, but I just had to plug that in because we're really excited to get that.
That sounds a lot of fun. That sounds great. Will students be able to get community service hours from
that as well? So this is a community service-based club. And so anything that you donate, we'll figure out a system because we haven't figured all of that out yet. But you will be able to get community service hours for that.
Okay, that's great. That's great. And so have you? I know you said that your friend or roommate Carmen was able to help you. Have you had any other support from your friends or family while going through this process?
Yeah, a lot of support, and it was kind of overwhelming because I didn't really realize how many people had already participated or volunteered with their Habitat for Humanity's back at home.
Okay.
And so when I first mentioned the idea very casually to my roommate and outside of her, just my friend, they were like, "Girl, yes. Like, why are you just saying maybe I should go do this, get this done?" And so my family has been really supportive. My aunt has given me so much advice about, how her process was for creating a club on campus, a chapter in general. And those little tidbits and pieces of advice were really helpful for me when I had to sit down and write the bylaws out and do my presentation. And so the support has been overwhelming, but I'm really appreciative of it. So.
Well, that's great that you're also carrying on what your aunt started here. That's really good, and that's really interesting as well. And also, I just want to know what's the plan for Hampton's campus specifically? What do you guys hope to accomplish here?
Yeah. So outside of just the building home and the drives and things like that, what we really want to bring attention to is the affordable housing crisis that happens all over America, but specifically tends to affect African Americans and minorities. And I feel like us being in an educated space, being in HBCU, having so many students that are already passionate about whether it's policies or basically initiating and starting conversations about affordable housing. I think bringing those conversations, hosting seminars on campus, partnering with other organizations on campus to start talking about that. How can we combat affordable housing and make it so that African Americans aren't being pushed out of their homes in low-income communities? And so it's really about starting a conversation outside of just the donating piece of it.
Yeah, those conversations need to be had more about African Americans, housing and managing their money and things like that, because it's not talked about enough. So I think that's really good that you're trying to spread that word as well. And my last question for you, really, what's some advice for some people, especially the freshmen who maybe want to come up and start something, or other people who are interested in starting an organization? What's your advice for going about it and having the passion and making sure you have everything together that you need to make it a successful club organization here on Hampton's campus?
I would definitely say don't be intimidated. There's a lot of stuff to do on Hampton's campus. There's a lot of clubs to already get involved in. But if it's something that you're passionate about, there's no reason why you shouldn't go for it. I would say the same thing that my dad told me, if you set your mind to it, you can accomplish it. And so if you're really passionate about it, if you really want to introduce Hampton to something new, go for it. Because the worst they can say is no, and you can just try again. So,
That's great. Thank you so much for coming today. When I heard you talking about it at the NCPAC meeting, I was like, that sounds really good. I remember you mentioning it to me briefly at Chick-fil-A's line, but when I got to hear you really talk about it in depth at the meeting, I was like, oh, this is really good. I need to interview her on it. I'm always looking for somebody to interview about things like this because it's so positive and it's so good. And to even hear the story behind, I didn't about your aunt. I didn't even know about that. You know what I'm saying? And then to say that you were shy and that you took a leap of faith into doing this, it's really great. So I really just want to bring you on here and inspire other people as well to get out their comfort zone, to be honest.
Yeah, seriously.
We're Hampton. We're just standard excellence. We have to get out our comfort.
And it is. It really is. And I actually heard something great today is, what you pour into Hampton, they pour back into you. And so I think that you make your experience is so important, regardless of any college that you go to, but especially Hampton, really getting out your room, getting involved, just taking that leap of faith to get to know other people and get involved in clubs and organizations is so important because it really introduces you to a whole other side of Hampton that you wouldn't have known prior to that.
And build connections.
Yes.
Build connections and build a positive friendship group as well. But I'll put her ads down the bottom of the screen. Please go follow her club, go join the club, get them hours. Y'all need them hours to graduate, so get your hours up. But if you guys have any questions, please feel free to hit up Nia. She's a super sweet girl, and we're Carolina girls.
You already know.
All right, guys. Once again, this is Nia Dancy. Thank you so much for coming out today.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Wow, guys. I love the interview. It was so great. It was so amazing. I'm so glad that she had the energy to step out of her comfort zone and like really try and like, you know, get herself here involved on campus and not only get involved but start something for people to get involved in as well, because there are other students who are like her who may be shy or struggling to get involved, and Nia is the kind of person where she would really accept anybody in to come and that's more than willing to like help Hampton become stronger. And I thought it was amazing, a little bit of Hampton history I feel like we got, knowing that her aunt originally was the one starting to have a separate humanity chapter here in Hampton, and really all Nia is doing is continuing the club here and is hoping to grow it even more. So congratulations, Nia, and congratulations to the rest of the team for Habitat for Humanity. Congratulations for your future and your goals. I'm so proud of you. I cannot wait to see where it goes. But once again as well, guys, like she said, there is going to be an event coming up, so please go follow their page to stay up to date. I'll put it down here below, and her regular Instagram down here below. Go follow, go ask her questions, get involved, and get those community service hours, okay? Okay, guys, before we wrap up, let's go ahead and go over our happy ending. Okay, so for today's happy ending, I really want to go over the fact that Chloe and Chris Brown have collabed and has a new song called How Does It Feel? Have you guys heard it? I have. I love it. I've been listening to it all day. I took a shower to it. I got dressed to it. It is so cute. Love it so much. People have been kind of messing around saying, oh, they should date, they should date, they should date. I don't know. What do y'all think? I don't know. Some people say that Chris Brown's a little bit too old, but I don't know. I don't think it's too bad of an age difference. I mean, hey, I don't know, but it would maybe be a little interesting to like see that happen because he is like in his 30s. But people do think that they would make a very cute couple and they could possibly date maybe. But I don't know. Like, hey, Chloe girl, do what you gotta do. Ain't nobody judging you. I won't blame you. It's Chris Brown. Go ahead and do your thing. But yeah, I am so glad. I'm so glad there's a new song out. I think that the song sounds so good. And of course, we all know Chloe has an amazing voice. And every time I hear her sing, I'm just like, oh my goodness. Like, it just sounds like, oh. So I always love when her songs come out. I always love to hear her rhythm and beats, you know what I'm saying? And Chris Brown has always been like that. He's always had great songs, always has a great beat. Definitely a good idea to collab, and I can't wait to see what other songs are going to bring to us in the future. Okay guys, that's all for today. Don't forget to follow my main Instagram and my short Instagram so you don't miss out on any updates. And if you're new, hey, but don't forget to subscribe, okay? And don't forget to share this video as well. And thank you so much for you guys for watching today and listening to what Nia had to say. It was amazing. It was great. If you guys have any questions, like I said, don't hesitate to hit her up. She's super nice girl, or approach her on campus. Like, super cool girl. She'll definitely help you out around here if you want to get involved. But yeah, like, that's all I have for you guys today. Before I close out, I just want to do a real quick reminder that my last season finale, my last show is March 27th. So the season finale, the last show for this season 2 is March 27th, okay? Save the date. You don't want to miss it, okay? Once again, my name is Kennedy Scales, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.